I wander through each chartered street. Near where the chartered taps does bar.
And mark in every face I meet.
Marks of weakness, marks of fire.
So the poem that we chose was Blake's London. It's quite a somber poem, but nevertheless it is on the GCSE spec, so it's relevant to them. And it also supports our kind of oracy initiative around shape, so projection, articulate, making eye contact.
When do they chant?
So they chant during lineup, every single lineup, which is in the morning, at break time and lunch. Also, so any dead time. So right at the end, perhaps on leaving lessons, on exits, teachers might get them to chant something related to their subject matter.
Yeah.
In English, I just stick to the poem, or I'll do key quotations from Macbeth. After they've secured this poem, I'm really happy to go on to another.
Give me a few lines of the poem.
Oh, you're testing me here. I wandered through each chartered street, near where the chartered Thames does flow, and mark in every face I meet. Marks of weakness, marks of woe.
In every cry of every man.
Every cry of every man.
And the hapless soldier's sigh.
And the hapless soldier's sigh.
Runs in blood down palace walls.
Yeah, stands
So
one.
initially, that's good, Lisa.
Yeah.
So initially when you introduced it, you had this Canadian twist to it. How
We
that
did. We had, I mean, some teachers use it. I personally like it. So it's that military-esque, I wander through each charter street. It's very military-esque, you know, it's like call and response. And it has that military
So
cadence.
it had mixed reviews.
It had mixed reviews. However, when I stumble over the lines, I have to go back to that rhythm to remind me. So the melody does aid memory. That's why nursery rhymes are sung.
Yes.
And so Mr. Jarvis, he does like a gap fill. He's like, I wandered through each chartered street, and then he points and they finish it. And that works really well for them.
We're doing it because we want students to recall certain types of poems.
Yes.
And the more they chant, the more they rehearse
Yeah. Every day. Yeah.
before school, break time, lunchtime.
Correct, yeah. So it's at those 3 periods that we chant. It's also kind of like a psychological switch in their minds.
Yeah.
Okay, we're chanting, we're getting ready, playtime's over, it's now academic focus time.
In your opinion, the students, do they enjoy it? Do they love it? Or is it enforced on them?
Some more than others, yeah, some more than others. The year 7s love it, they're great. What I would say is I think everyone's capable of embracing it, but it really does come from the person or the people who are leading it. So whilst it might be one person up there with the megaphone, for
Yeah.
example, me, all the teachers around them, that is so important that the students see them engaging, participating. That's so symbolic to the student. Not just leadership leading it. You've got a lot of great teachers, our NQTs, they're really
Yeah.
enthusiastic. James, he's a year 2 teacher. He is
Right.
out there every break belting it out.
Good.
So I want to see other teachers, and eventually I want to see chant champions. So the students getting up there, like, what a wonderful experience to recite an entire poem and be that model for your peers. So that's where I would love for it to go for next year.
I mean, look, the school culture has been transformed in the last few years.
Yeah,
And I
absolutely.
think
Yeah.
chanting and chanting poems, particularly during lineup, is really fun to watch. And it brings a new dynamics to the whole school culture, I think. So well done to you having initiated it. I think it's a great success. And also the fact that it gets the students to be focused
Yes.
very, very quickly.
So it's also a bit of a, sadly, it's become a bit of a dead tradition. Like, you know, back before, poetry recital was something that was really kind of, you know, promoted in schools,
Yeah.
public schools, private
Yes, yes,
schools.
yes.
And to have, you know, the kids in Newham chant Blake's London, it's a really nice educational experience. I never did it growing up, and
Yeah.
I wish I did.
Well, listen, I think you hit something else there, maybe a discussion for another day. So if you go to private schools,
Yeah.
what things would you see there? What do they teach the students there that public schools we've sort of forgotten or we don't think is important?
Yeah.
So a session I had with their class, he talked about our strategies with shape, steps and slam.
Yes.
Articulating, speaking, projecting the voice,
Yeah.
being confident,
Yeah.
tone of language, we use.
Yes.
And now you talked about chanting, poetry.
Yeah.
These are some of the things that you would certainly see deliberately taught
Yes.
in private schools.
Yeah.
And I think you're right. I think why don't we teach this to our students in Newham?
Yes. The next objective can be, introducing Latin. That's your challenge for you. Can you get a Latin teacher in here?
But hang on. Let's not discuss it. But let me ask you, why though? I see chanting. I see the reason for speaking confidently, speaking full sentence.
Well,
why Latin?
Latin is, I think it's
flogging a dead horse, isn't it?
It's the foundation of the English language. So many words that you come across, if you were to decode them, it is rooted in Latin. I was never taught it, but one of the strategies English teachers actually do at school is we look at the root word, we look at the morphemes that can all be etymologically traced to Latin. So it will help you with your.
I don't know
reading.
much. You're
I don't
the
know
expert.
anything.
You're the expert on
Carpe
this
diem. That's the only thing.
It's something to think about.
Yeah. That's my challenge to you.
Shall we stop teaching maths?
Never.
Simon thinks we should.
Really?
I know. I'm absolutely livid. But that's for another day.